Hi, Max Rock with MultifamilyGeeks.com, here to talk about our free underwriting template. It's available on MultifamilyGeeks.com. Just go to the website. If everything's working right, you'll be able to scroll to the bottom of the page. It's kind of a long page. And in red right now, it's different than before. You'll see it in blue or red depending on when you've looked. Here's the link. Follow the directions. It's got the investment criteria and the underwriting standards for Multifamily Geeks inside of the template. There's also an underwriting video right here you can watch and a link to all the training videos. Here's some description of what's in the multifamily template. It's a portfolio underwriting template because it's got 7 properties that roll up into one combo underwriting template, and then that feeds into a comprehensive template. The comprehensive template will let you do all the things you'd like to do in a full analysis prior to an LOI, including designating hold time period 1 through 10 years. But let's focus on just this simple 30-minute underwriting. Right? There's a 30-minute underwriting template. This is very straightforward, as straightforward as we can make it, I guess, given the fact that underwriting multifamily properties can be quite complicated. So there's 30 data points you're looking for right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There's literally 30 data points you're looking for. So let's fill it in let's just rough it in so you can see what happens as you fill it in. You can start with date and the property name and address. Put the address in, please, so we can look it up on the different databases we have and get specific on the area it's in, especially in terms of what class is the area that the property is inside of. So start with number of units, and let's make it up. Let's pretend we have 100 units. It's a $10 million property. Notice what starts to populate already. Skip the ones that auto-populate. Let's guess at the square feet. We're just making up a property right now. You would take this from the T12, and there's plenty of videos to see on that on the YouTube channel. Let's put in a gross income. Gross scheduled rents it is. Let's guess at the vacancy. The concessions and the bad debt or non-pay. Let's say RUBS is this. Let's say other income is this. Okay. Notice what's populating. We've got the seller's information rolling down this column. This is the most important column. From that, our information is populating under column I. Let's continue with a guess at property taxes. Let's say it's this. Let's say insurance is this. Repairs and maintenance, make readies. We're just putting in numbers to see how the spreadsheet now populates. Remember, when we started it was blank, right? And now you see that it's starting to get these values in. Interesting that the spreadsheet will help you. If management's going in at 1%, that's way too low. It's going to help you out by putting in 4.5. Okay, help you out means it'll give you a starter number. You can always override it and just type over that 4.51% if that's what you really want. Let's put in 100,000 for utilities. It'll start to help you by, put in 100,000 for the seller's utilities. It'll bump it up by 1% and put in 101,000 into ours. If these numbers are high, if these are higher than, let's say marketing is $1,000, right? $1,000 here. It'll go to the automatic default of the lowest number, 100, and put in $10,000. It will not go with the 1,000. It will help you by moving that up to what it should be. If you want to go back here and override this and put in 10 per unit, you can, and it will then mimic what you want done. So it's going to fill it in for you, and then you're going to override it. Let's say these are 1,000 here, and then you're going to override what you need to do to make sure it's done the way you want it. Okay, so you're going to be the brains. It's going to fill in a lot for you. Let's say ask price is 11 million. Let's say strike price is 10 million. Let's say our offer price is 9 million. And we're going to go ahead and put in 10 million over here, but these are the percentages. Now we want to do the 3-month income over here. What's the last 3 months of income from the T12? Let's say it's 300,000. It's going to override and put this information in here for hours. It's going to start to calculate in $100 per unit increase, and it's going to put in the last 3 months annualized into our column in terms of revenue. So notice the seller's revenue and notice ours. Notice the defaults that are falling in for these. It's going to match the seller's numbers if they're greater than the defaults. Same with the per unit. It's going to match. So say payroll is way up here at 200, 1, 2, 3. Now it's going to match that. Notice it matched at $2,000 per unit. So if we have exceptionally high expenses and we don't know why, it will match it over here. And that's what part of what you're doing, right? You're going back and saying, can we beat this? If we can get payroll under $2,000 per door for this property, then we can start to have some sort of value add to the property. So this is it. I put in 30 data points, and now the entire spreadsheet is filled out. This would property, if these were the numbers, would be a 2.5% cap, a 1.35% DCR, and a 2.5% cash-on-cash return, a 1.35% DCR, and a 4.3% cap. Okay, there we go. So let's say you can figure out if the broker's really right and says, oh, you can raise these rents $150 per month per unit. Boom. We can now roll through. We'll track what that is. Probably we're going to have to spend. There's a 1.5% rule in there. See our other videos. And it will track what your cash on cash is. This is set up for interest only. You can also go to set it to P&I, and it will recalculate at P&I. We're going to keep it on interest only. So there you go, 30 data points, and this thing can be filled out very quickly, and you're on your way. This is Max Rock with MultifamilyGeeks.com.